Well, we live, we lit. And as always, we're gonna keep it clean, YouTube. We're gonna keep this one clean. We don't know what happened with the last one. We don't know what happened with the last one.
Young L on the beat.
we high up, Mile High Stadium. You heard me. Get them tuned in. So people wondering, we're gonna keep it clean, YouTube. People wondering why we hadn't been live in a couple like 2 weeks almost. It's because we was waiting on the new switch over, the new transition. And we're waiting on people to was giving them time to catch up. We putting all of the tapes y'all requested. We reloading the master teachers tapes up so y'all can catch up on that. And we finna get ready to hit you with the new wave. A lot of the stuff, the new stuff, the good stuff is gonna be on Patreon from now on. We're gonna have classes on YouTube, 3 or 4 lives a week, and we're gonna have uploads. So YouTube is gonna be lit too. We got Instagram jumping. We got Facebook jumping. Everybody get TikTok jumping. So everybody have everything jumping. Shout out Katie Drip. Katie Drip just got his new location. We're gonna be letting you in on that, so you can get some of the new Katie Drip Guard 99 to the 9 power times 9. And we might even have some of our merchandise on the shelves in the Katie Drip Guard spot, right? So stay tuned for that. But the topic for tonight is: are you past 10% brain capacity? You see? Are you past 10% brain capacity? At this time, 2023, people should be already ahead of the game as far as their thinking. Common sense, we find out, just ain't that common no more. natural intelligence. The children, they give the children are more advanced, but in a different way. They more in a technological advancement. The children are more on a technological advancement. Now, at this point, we should be going into type two civilization. In type two civilization, we get into magnetism, we get into solar energy. We hadn't heard anything lately about because they was talking about going green and all that, making the planet green. We haven't really been hearing that lately. This is Robert. Hey, shout out Joshua Melchizedek. Peace, peace. If you're in the building, we're about to crack heads and twist caps. We giving them time to get in here, bro. Never have it been made so clear. People are saying Young L must have ran out of information because he had powder tape. He made reached his peak. We put all the new shit out, and we gonna keep putting new stuff out. Right now, we like we say we gave you time. We gave y'all time to catch up, man. A lot of y'all ain't watched the Anarchy tapes. A lot of y'all ain't watched uh and this ties into it too. Uh, we're gonna be breaking down this one, the War of the Anarchies. Right. Keep in mind they use nuclear style weapons. If you ain't got this book, man, see what it says: nuclear destruction in ancient Sumer. So keep in mind the nuclear style weapons of what mass destruction was used during back thousands of years ago when the Anarchies were having the water guards or the water lords. It's the book that is mentioned of in the Bible that was taken out. The water lords. Right, says before 2023 over we you release hey, just stay tuned, man. We're waiting to see what how they still giving us heat on and static on the inky tape. And like we said, if you say that there's not inky, right? If you say that's not inky, then produce the real one. We still waiting on somebody to produce the real one. We produced the real one. You say that's not the one, then so show us the real one. We waiting on it. Ain't nobody responded yet. We heard crickets. We heard a whole bunch of crickets. Right? Yeah, but 10% brain capacity. The Anunnakis are here now scanning the planets, brain waves. And they're seeing all these people ready to take control of their planet. Are they past 10% brain capacity? Now, if you Google it, they'll say that the 10% brain capacity is a host. And like I say, it's different perspectives. That it is partially true. That the 10% is a kind of like a host because when you go to sleep, you utilize maybe about around 25 to 40% of your brain when you're not awoke. When you're asleep, you use close to some of you 40% of your brain. How do you know this? Because in your dreams, especially if you're having lucid dreams, you can change your clothes, your hair texture, your skin tone. You can change the way other people look. Other people can appear as animal zoo types. So you can transform and transfigure and shade shift in your dreams. Your hair color could change, your hair length, the way you look could change. We better, hey, shout out Empress. I'm on you. We're about to drop it on you. So you technically you can say you're using about around 40% of your brain, 25 to 40%. Now, if you notice, like my boys, they get more advanced because I see that I see some of their higher senses turning on. Like mathematics in their head is working a lot faster. If you notice over the years in school, like I think we didn't do algebra until about around high school. But now the kids are doing algebra in the third grade. They're doing algebra in the third grade. They back in when I was coming up, we didn't do algebra until high school. Right? Might have experienced it a little bit with it in middle school, but we really didn't get on to algebra to high school. But now the kids are coming home from third and fourth grade doing algebra questions. So that tells you that that something must have happened to where the, the stuff is sped up. They probably did do probably back in the 60s and 50s, they probably didn't do algebra till they got into college. Till they got into college. And then as time went on, it went down to high school, then probably middle school, then now they doing it in elementary. So what used to be high school information is now elementary information after about 20 years. What used to be middle school information is now well, like say going down. So like high school is elementary. So elementary information don't even the old elementary information don't even exist no more. It's obsolete in this time. The elementary information from let's say year 2000 is obsolete now because the kids are way more advanced. So the curriculum had to be sped up. So what does it mean in name the universe is one? Everything is connected. The universe is one. Everything is connected one way or another. Everything is connected by way of sound, by way of thought, by way of light. Thought, light, sound, really just thought. We connected by way of thought. That's why sometimes, and this is happening now, it started happening a while back where you can think about to call somebody and then they call you. Or they be calling you at the same time. This is the telepathy coming back. It says, you were delivered. Okay. Yeah, so the universe is one. That means everything, and from my perspective, that everything is one. And everything is by way of what we refer to as chain reaction. Well, one event stimulates the next. Right? So yeah, so if you think about it right now, the middle school information is even obsolete now. So the elementary kids are studying the 20-year-old high school curriculum, while by the middle school has a whole nother curriculum that's more advanced, probably like a college, almost like a college level curriculums in middle school, and then in high school they got like high level stuff like college and stuff like that in high school. Hey, Rob, out to everybody coming in the building. So the capa- the plan was to speed up the mitochondrial. The mitochondria is supposed to evolve over so many decades to get to the point to where you can be introduced to other technology that's not been introduced yet. And keep in mind, right now, Earth is 13 years behind in technology. So you're 13, really you're 40 years behind. But 13 in 2010, y'all we supposed to be in all way electric cars. In 2010, we supposed to be in all way electronic money, everything supposed to be mainly electronics. And then we're supposed to go into the type two. But it's a lot of things that prevented that. There's some beings here The good beings, really, the good beings are trying to advance us into the future so that we can be able to travel galactical again and be part of the galactical family. But it's another group of beings who trying to hold us down from getting the technology, from getting more advanced, from increasing our brain capacity, because they use us. Because we got to keep it clean. The new guidelines are very strict. They use us for a source. We're gonna say it like that. So we gotta keep it clean. But the Anunnakis is not the only beings that we dealing with here. See, I hear people mention the Anunnakis. The benevolent beings got contact over the most of the that teach here. Yeah, it's sort of even now though, cause since we started sending the signals to Earth, a lot of the information is hitting the planet, being that we're in the Aquarian age, and the Aquarian age is the age of information. So that being that we in that age, the information dial, like I say, like doing with elementary being now high school curriculums, and it's like some of the parents, when they bring when the kids come home do their homework and they're in the third or fourth grade, you looking at that joint, you like, man, this what they're doing in elementary now. They doing like algebra in elementary, and I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the stuff that we get taught in school, we don't even use. You can't a lot of that stuff we don't even use, right? Unless you into certain like engineering, you take it a step further. uh, that the mathematics, how to count and how to read, those are the two fundamental things. Counting and reading, two fundamental things to survive in this game. You gotta know how to read. You gotta know how to count. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm telling you, man, you gotta know how to count. You just gotta keep it. Oh yeah, we gotta keep it cream. Hey, James Bay Jones, we gotta keep it extra crispy now. Like I say, and we're gonna be on Patreon with the heavy duty stuff, man. So we can't use no profane languages. We can't say certain words no more because it's like a real strict guidelines, right? On the new contracts. But shout out YouTube though. Yeah, if you got any questions, just drop them in the chat, man. While we going, we just really kicking it right now and let you know we're gonna take off on another level, man, with this game. It says when. It says so when did we sign the contract? Or we already signed it? Yeah, so they upgraded the guidelines and it's like a little stricter. So we don't know what we read it through it, but it's like it's a lot of stuff. So we just keeping it crispy. We gotta keep it crispy. Extraterrestrials, bang that. It says yeah, so yeah, that's the new deal. But man, so are you smarter than your parents? Is what we have to ask you. Are you smarter than your parents? Are your kids smarter than you at this point? Your kids should be more intelligent than you. Then their kids should be more intelligent than them. Right? We should be going up and up and up in brain capacity by now. Especially from 1950 to now, that's what, 70 years? A lot of people didn't listen to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. A lot of people didn't listen to Malachi Z. York. Yeah. Listen to them, Noble Drew Ali. Those three guys right there were the most prolific three guys to me. To me. And I like Malcolm X. Elijah Muhammad produced Malcolm X. So you gotta think about that. So how much will Oh, it's $5. You can get on there for $5. We gotta take shout out to Lions Den. Hey Lions Den, why did they shut your page down? The last page you had. That's what I was trying to get in contact with you about. Just what's your take on AI taking over? What's my take on AI taking over? Well, the Anunnakis had on the table that if the humans have made it to a certain level of brain capacity, a certain amount of them, that they would put AI in control of the planet for the next 3,600 years, or for the next 2,100 year cycle. But it will be 1 year for them, which is 3,600 years. Yeah, they so yeah, like yeah, shout out Clark, man. Yeah, so in middle school, man, they reading like I remember we read like certain books that we was reading in high school, they reading in elementary now. And then certain books that they reading in college, they reading in high school now. It's like the curriculum, the older it get, it goes down to like the younger crowd. So they if the babies say if the elementary kids are studying high school information right now, that means that they by the time they get to high school, they're gonna be 10 times smarter than the third generation before them or the generation 2 generations before them. I'm telling you, man, because um, one of my boys, it was like I think it was Dara. Dara brought some work home one time, and he was like in he had to be like in the fifth grade, I think, but he was going to like a high level magnet, like a magnet type school though. Dara, and then he brought that stuff home, and he had algebra. I said, man, they doing algebra in elementary. It's joint crazy, man. Done this then. Yeah. Shout out Linus then, man. I was trying to figure out what happened to that last setup she had. Hey, go subscribe to the Linus Den new page, y'all. She got a new page up. Yeah, so and that's just one part, man. Like, and I think school is really gonna be obsolete. I think in the future, kids are gonna go to school at home. They're gonna go sit just like we sitting on a computer right here, and they're gonna be like a classroom setting, but it's gonna be like on Zoom or one of these like they can probably come up with some new program like a classroom or something. So that's probably be like the new pro app somebody need to get on. Like they got Zoom, but it's probably gonna need something where 30 people can be like in a class setting and a meet. It's gonna be something new that's gonna pop out to where the kids are gonna be able to go to school right at home. Now I don't know how good that's gonna work for some kids because some kids ain't do good at home when they gotta just sit at the computer all day. They get lazy because the kids are lazier. That's another thing. No, with the 10 dealing with the 10% brain capacity, the kids are way lazier. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So my bad. Just got a call. Hey, can you hear now? Can y'all hear now? Yeah, I just got a phone call, man, that I had to take, man. So I'm back. This is what I was gonna say. So, cause you made shout out my wife, man. She just gave me a call. This is what I was gonna say about the time frames now. 2000 and like right now, 2023, the mitochondrial DNA should have propelled to a certain level, but the kids are more lazier. That's what I was gonna say. The kids are more lazier. All right, so Now kids, because they got all electronics and everything that do everything for them, they becoming more lazier. Like the last generation of hustlers is probably the '90s babies. You might got some that slipped in there in the 2000s, the early 2000s, but most like the last real hustlers, really the '90s babies got spoiled rotten. Really, the last hustlers like the '80s, '70s, '60s, them the people that know how to really get out and get it. You know what I'm saying? Real hustlers. Now I see some young cats from the 2000s. They out there with the bottle of water. You know, they ain't lazy. I think it's just a bloodline thing or something, man. Because it might not be the time frame. It might just be a blood. It got to be in your blood. Because I noticed my daddy was a hustler. I'm a hustler. My granddad was a hustler. Both my granddads. So I think it could be a blood thing to where, because like you got some kids that's right now, if they dad was a hustler, they a hustler. Now this is one of my sons named Cameron. To me, he ain't. I don't know what he be doing. He could be. He could. I don't be around him that much. But to me, the video game and NBA young boy, like it's a thing that's going on where the hustle is cut off. They don't got to get up and get it type thing. Like we had to wash dishes every night. We took turns washing dishes. You be man, you got lucky if my mama told you twice to have to do something. If my daddy and my mama told you twice, you got lucky, bro. The next time they had to tell you 2, 3 times, man, they busting you upside your head. I'll tell you, look, if my mama had to tell you 2, 3 times, man, yeah, bust you upside your head. You gotta tell a kid 100 times, and then they want you to pay them to do it. They want you to pay them. They supposed to get paid for everything. Now that's a good idea. There ain't no bad idea. But what I'm telling you is you getting paid when you run my cable bill up. My my Wi-Fi. You getting paid when you cleaning, taking my refrigerator out of business. You getting paid when I gotta wash your clothes and go get detergent to wash them clothes. That's how you get paid. But the kids under the impression that don't count. That don't count. They need cash, cold hard cash, so they can buy some new skin on Fortnite or one of them video games they be on. A new skin and some points or whatever they be going at after. So the kids are lazy. Man, my mama had us like robots. Once she told you, you supposed to do that every time. When she get you on, you got to do that every time. Take the trash out every day. I ain't got to tell you every day. Next time, I'm busting you upside your head. And she literally bust you upside your head. I'm talking about knuckles right at the top of your head. My mama drop like it felt like you got hit upside the head with a hammer. Bow! Right on top of your head. And then you didn't want to get the pinch. Y'all know about that pinch. Where they grab you and they twist it. Boy, that joint hurt for 2, 3 days. And you get a red spot. I'm telling you. Hey, that joint hurt for 2, 3 days. And you get the red spot, man. So, like, washing dishes, we had to do that. I washed this day. Now, me and my brother, at this time, we had, like y'all old school cats might remember this. We had a game called Tecmo Bowl. I want to say it was on Super Nintendo or one of them joints, but it was called Tecmo Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's like the first little football game. Like, so we used to play Tecmo Bowl. They had Brett Ford on that joint, right? We used to play Tecmo Bowl for who washed dishes. Whoever lose got to wash the dishes that day, right? But like I say, the kids don't want to clean. They barely even want to take a bath nowadays. Some kids barely even want to take a bath. And it's a doggone shame, bro. It's a doggone shame. So, and some kids, some kids, it just ain't no helping them. Just ain't no helping them, man. But I know why they keeping NBA young boy up in Utah, man. He their number one guy, and convincing the young that they still thugs and criminals or gangsters. Man, you ain't seen enough TV already. What happened to gangsters? They did get it's three or four options for gangsters. You get shot and die. You go to jail. You get robbed, etc. That the fourth part is the etc. Because that anything get covered in the etc. So kids ain't figured out yet that being hard is a hard, not like a hard way to live. Trying to be hard is a hard way to live. I figured it out real fast. NBA young boy don't want to get die. He can talk all that behind the mic and convince people over the microphone. But thing is, when you speak things and you say things, shit come to existence. Oh, it was on Nintendo, wasn't it? Was it on Nintendo cartridge that Tecmo Bowl with the Brett Ford on that joint and John Elway? I used to play with the Broncos, John Elway. Yeah, so all these teams, I can say the kids' the brain capacity is sped up, but and Bible said this. He said that that we becoming less, that the people were going to become less physical and more mental. So a lot of the jobs are going to be at home, and what's going to be happening is go watch a movie called Surrogate. Go watch a movie. Go watch a movie called Surrogate, where people were controlling their robot or their body from home. Or you're gonna be working at Walmart from home. You're gonna be working at a. You're gonna be working at a register, doing a register from your computer at home because everything gonna be electronic. So you're gonna just be on a camera, uh, watching people and getting paid to watch people. Because most jobs are gonna. A lot of the jobs are gonna be in computer tech and security. It's gonna be the new jobs, security and computer techs. So if you setting up your own security thing, because they gonna like at Walmart. Most of the Walmarts down here, a lot of them got self checkouts and probably like two or three registers, like what a cigarette said and whatever. So a lot of people, a lot of things is self checkout. A lot, yeah, smart everything, smartphones. Even this old phone that I got right here is still 4G, but this phone is so crappy right now that I'm gonna have to get another phone because and it's really them making us get another phone so we can get on the 5G. Now we can't I'm not saying we should be scared of 5G because like I say, all of this is about going into the future is destined. Electric cars, flying cars, telepath I say about 2050, 20, no, probably it's a little bit before that, 2037, they should have the the booths where you can walk in and teleport to another location. I believe, in fact, they already got it because the government already got the technology. I think because it's a dude that talks about it named Andrew Bliss. I think I'm saying his name right. We got a tape on him where he talk about Mars and how they used the teleportation device to teleport them to Mars from Las Vegas. So they go into this elevator and it teleports them to another elevator on Mars. It's like light beaming, take some kind of light beaming technology. So if what he's saying is to be verified, uh, they already got the technology already, the teleportation technology, which they got from a certain group of extraterrestrials. Yeah, so like most of the McDonald's drive-throughs, like a lot of the I say about maybe what year was it? You remember this? It was a movie called Fifth Element. In Fifth Element, they had flying cars, all that. So they had to be about around a year in between. I think they said 2000 or something in that movie, but I'm thinking that's about around a couple of years away, man. I'm thinking that's around probably like maybe less than 10 years away from where they had all robots working at McDonald's. Robots gonna make the burgers the same way every time. Like, just think about it. If you had a McDonald's and you could hire buy all robots, and all you gotta do is just keep them running, you don't gotta pay no employees. All your employees will be robots, and they gotta make the stuff just like you program them to make it every time. All you would have to do is have a robot mechanic and a AI guy, IT tech guy around to do the maintenance and stuff on it. So, Empress, you grew up in the '90s. You're a '90s baby. I'm gonna tell you what I like about my '90s babies. My '90s babies, they were more into college. They a lot of them did a lot of my '90s Nubian kids were able to. By that time, we was making it out of the certain eras, and so the parents were doing a little bit better because keep in mind, the Rock. We got to say it like that. The Rock slowed us down. They hit us with the Rock. The rock bottom. They hit us with the rock bottom. Yeah, you got to say it like that. And that knocked us back 40 years. But and that started about around, so the '90s when we were just coming out of that. Yeah, '90s. Yeah, then you probably what you 2000s, RJ, bro. What you running 2000s, tens? Well, you got to be at least born in what 2000s. Time flies. I tell you that, bro. Time flies. Seems like yesterday we was just getting out of high school, man. 2003, 2004. That's like 20 years ago. So time flies. Master teacher been locked up 21 years. That's a long time, bro. 20 years for nothing. Yeah, New Jack City. Yeah, we call it that, New Jack City, right? Why they knock us back then want to speed us up? Because once they slowed us down, we was able to see, look, it's like this. And Rod Hayes broke this down to me one day on a private phone conversation. He was like, well, they cracked, they rocked us to slow us down. But then you gotta think about this. When you're driving on the interstate and you're driving slow enough, you can read the signs. If you slow down, you can read the signs, and then you can direct yourself. So by them slowing us down, we was able to read the signs. That was with the the stuff when Bumper Johnson them was doing the thing. And then they said, oh shit, they can read the signs. Let's speed them up. So then they hit us with the next play. We gotta talk like that. My My 80s babies, y'all know how to hustle. 80s is my number one hustlers, man. 85 was the year. 85 was the year, man. 85, 86. Michael Jordan, MJ. You know what I'm saying? It was lit during those years. But like I say, if you from the 80s and you got children right now, right? All your children more intelligent than you. A lot of y'all can say, yeah, man, say from where I was, based on now, my kids was gonna be more intelligent than me because my smartness, well, when I had them, my smartness passed down to them. And then they taking that particular genetics and now they reading these books as kids and 5 and 6 year old kids reading the Anunnaki books. They reading the Behold the Pale Horse, these different books. The Message to the Black Man by Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Message to the Millennial by Rizal Islam. I bought both of my boys 2 copies of that. right? The risk mission to the so these type of books. Then they watching movies like not Wolf of Wall Street. That one too exclusive. The other movies like stock market movies and money management movies, LLC type movies where people starting their own business. Cause at this point, like a lot of y'all should be having your own business. A lot of people should be having their own business by this point. Having your own land so you can grow your own food, right? Start you a garden, small garden. Even if you got to grow, like stuff just around the corners of your house. Drink you a lot of water coming up here. Make sure your water intake is high because it's about to get hot in the next couple of days. About to be real hot in certain areas. So hot where people are gonna pass out. So drink a lot of water here coming up. Then they getting ready for that new eclipse. All these are signs. All these are signs, man. That's other times. Hit me with some more questions, man. We got about 20 minutes. What y'all got, man? Like I say, I'm gonna do more tomorrow. When I come back, I'm gonna have, start the slide shows back. So we're gonna show you pictures on the next topics. We got topics like why do everyone got a different fingerprint? I can talk a little bit about that too. Everybody got different fingerprints. Now, if you around somebody, they in your family or a close family member, they could have similar fingerprints to yours. Not identical, but close to up. We didn't see up to about over 70% almost to what if like they're your brother or your especially your brother, like somebody in the same generation as you, that grew up with you the whole time, side by side, they can have similar fingerprints to yours. Why? Because your fingerprint is your life path. It's your life path. It's like a map, a road to your life. That's why everybody got different ones. Everybody has their own zero time point reference. So that's why everybody got a different fingerprint. It's more deeper than that. We're gonna go into more depth on why everybody got different fingerprint tape that we probably gonna do tomorrow. Or I might actually record the tape today, pre-record it, and then load it up and then premiere it tomorrow. Right? Talking about the fingerprints. How do we get to Crystal City? You can go to sleep and you can get there. Now, the people that are gonna be taking Crystal City is here. Now, the information that we've been putting out for the last 5 years or so is the information necessary that the people will need so that you could be up to speed. You know what I'm saying? On the Galactica stuff. So you're supposed to be taught all this information, and we got a load more. Because keep in mind, we put like 500 races in that book of extraterrestrial book. And I think we only taught on maybe like 20 or 30 of them. So people think we run out of information. You guys to be crazy. I can do a tape on every one of these books. We can do a tape breaking down three chapters a day in the Bible. 3 chapters a day, 1 through Genesis chapter 1 through 3. Then the next day, we we got moves for everything. So we got tapes. We just waiting on y'all. A lot of y'all ain't watched the old stuff. It says, is bloodline dead? That is the key to going back home. That's right. That's right, because we are direct descendants of the Anunnakis, of the gods. The gods. We're direct descendants of these beings. Most of you are inky. If you're on here and you like us, you might be inky. If you don't like us, you might be down with a Layla. With Enlil. Now, some of Enlil clan like us too, though, because
because we both sides of the family. Enlil is like my granddad and Inky. So both sides of the family, I've been in tune with this type of information since I graduated high school. So 2 years ago. Yeah, 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 yeah. So how old are you, RJ? If you don't mind me asking, can you feel something coming? Yeah, I can feel something coming. What do I feel coming? Change. Because if change don't come, then it's everything cease to exist. So change must come. So I had a dream I was on a UFO and an alien baby was presented to me. Can you explain? Could have if you could have been your baby that you made with the alien race, but it's not. People don't supposed to interpret the dreams. Uh, it can be done, but it's never. Joseph did interpret the Pharaoh dreams. You see what I'm saying? So it depends. We don't like to interpret people's dreams though. Cleanse your lungs, walking, take deep breaths. Really, it's about sweating. It's about sweating, James. Sweating the toxins out. Man, it just depends on what you consume that way. We gotta say it like that. If you consume natural herbs, you know what I'm saying, that's great. Now, if you're doing like artificial tobacco and things of that nature, then stuff to cleanse your lungs like mullein, uh, drinking good teas that stimulate your sweat glands. Because what you want to do is you want your toxins come out through your pores, through the bottom of your foot, through the top of your head. So you want to sweat. A sauna, sweating in a sauna helps too. But you want to sweat and you want to take deep breaths. You want to breathe. What fruits will cleanse you out? Lemons and water, lime and lemons and water. Do some room temperature water with some lime, with some lemons. Uh, when you see the main thing is dealing with acidic and alkaline. Now baking soda neutralize acidics. So you can put baking soda on like a battery acid and it'll neutralize it. So that's the main thing, James. Certain things that's consumed that way could raise your acidic level. And so what you want to do is keep the balance. Keep the balance. So if you eat good and breathe good and sweat, you should be able to rebalance it. Right? To rebalance it. It's all about keeping the seven, the green light. Keeping the green light. And I think somebody says clay, sea salt, epsom salt. Yeah, that's like to pull some of the negative toxins out. Fasting, that's a good one. I am fasting is a good one. It's like one of the top of the list. Yeah, activated charcoal also. Shout out Vegan Jones. That's a good one too. I got some of that. That actually pulls the because a lot of people get affected in the throat areas from that type of consumption. But that activated charcoal will pull. You can feel it pulling the toxins out of you when you take it. I got some of that. Um, yeah, yeah. So and also another thing, James, drink a lot of water because that should be our number one food source right now, and which is why what's happening with the water, right? Because we've been every time we go to the store, we buy water now because it's looking less and less. But our consumption of our main consumption should be water because we are 70% water. So our main consumption should be water, man. Water should be at the top of your list every day. Wake up, drink you some water. Go to sleep, drink you some water. You know what I'm saying? Spring water. Shout to Vital, the coconut water. I drink that Vital coconut water. Man, I'm thinking you just made me remember, Shy. I forgot to tell her to get some coconut water. Man, that's what I forgot. That's what I'm missing, boy. I feel it. I can feel it right now. I'm missing that nutrients from that coconut water. They got some watermelon. Yeah, hey, yeah. Hey, watermelon too. Watermelon to flush your intestines out. Colonial silver, colonial gold. Yeah, those things, type of things. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk too much on that because we don't know how they watching that neither. The herb thing. Um, yeah, but everybody got their own things that they do. Yeah, but if you can, wean yourself off of that particular thing, man. Now, if you're doing the herbs, that's cool. But like the artificial stuff and all that, yeah, you gotta be careful with that. You know, how much time we got left? We got a couple minutes. Watermelon, raw ginger, oranges, and cayenne pepper. Yeah, that sounds good. My wife just made tea with lemons, ginger, cayenne pepper. That'll make you. It'll get your throat right. It says, yeah, definitely, yeah, like I say, brown. So like a lot of water, drink a lot of good water. See how, man, like when I was in the military, we rarely got sick because we exercised every day and we drank a lot of water. We rarely ever got sick. If you drink a lot of water and exercise every day, because you got to get up in the morning and start your metabolism. People, that's what's happening to people. They're not starting their metabolism in the morning. Get up, get you about 30 minutes of workout in so you can get that sweat glands open up. Then drink you some water. This is how do we get to Crystal City? I just told you. Go listen to all our tapes, get the Galactical Pass. You'll get there. Go to the playlist, scroll down to Galactical Family of Life playlist, and watch some tapes. And then, if you really want to be specific, watch the tape called Where's Crystal City in New Jerusalem? We already answered that question in that tape. It's called Where's Crystal City in New Jerusalem? So it's in the playlist. Or you can just scroll down on the live side to Where's Crystal City in New Jerusalem and watch that tape, and it'll give you all the answers to your questions about Crystal City. Crystal City is located in the fifth dimension right above the hole in the North Pole. It's actually keeping the planet from exploding by harnessing the center sun's energy straight through like a crystal. If you take a crystal, dip it in water, and then shine the sun, you'll see a rainbow come off of it. So that's what they meant when they said they put a bow in the sky for a sign for Noah and his people. That rainbow is being created from Crystal City, from the central sun shining up. Power is actually charged, using it to charge to stay in position right there. But like say we break all that down on a tape we just put out probably a couple months ago called Where is Crystal City? Where is Crystal City? Says, and you can also read about it in Revelations chapter 22. And you also, or 21, right? 21. And then you also can read about it in the Holy Tablets by Dr. Malachi Z. York, which we put those in the links in the descriptions. You can read the Holy Tablets for free in the link in the descriptions by our master teacher. Yeah, we might have to get you on, let you drop that, brother. Shit's awesome. Yeah, but Walker, go check that out. We actually got a couple tapes breaking it down because Crystal City is actually one of many mother type ships that come off of the bigger ship called Nubaru, which is the Anunnakis live on this 12th planet, but they build other type spaceships, to do different things. Oh yeah, so if you want to get the books, you can cash at me $45 donation, and I'll send you all 8 books in PDF form to your email. So I got 8 books. The book of extraterrestrials is one of those books, and it's probably like about that thick. And there's like 3 or 4 other books that's that thick, but they got them in PDF form. So we're gonna post that in the links if you want to do that, man. We got Cash App or PayPal. Like I say, you make sure you put your emails in there so I can send you your books. As soon as I get the donation, I'll send you your 8 books. If you don't got those 8 books by the Young Elder. So we just posted that the Cash App tag, not the Young Elder with an S, because that's the dude that's scamming. It's the Young Elder Coin Swelling Young Hill without the S, because this dude using my thumbnail and everything, scamming, man. You know. So yeah, if you want to get those books, we got those 8 books. The book of extraterrestrials, like I say, is about that thick, and it's about maybe about 500 different races. And we got to break, like I said, we still got to break all those races down. Now I see other people on Instagram and other things. Shout out to all those brothers who using the book of extraterrestrials to put the different races out, right? Because when we told them about the Balchinians, they said that we made it up, but then we showed them the evidence that, and we got more stuff like that. With the Dogons, they got that from the Dogons. They got them beings in Man in Black. Most of them they got from the Dogon people, from the Dogon writings. So man, we're about 3 minutes out. Anybody got any more questions? Yeah, you want to get those books? Like I say, Cash App me $45 donation. The book of extraterrestrials is $20 by itself, though. You want to just get that. But the $45 donation will get you all 8 books. The book of extraterrestrials, the Orion Group book, the Galactic Family of Life Volume 1, the Hustle's Manual Volume 1, the Scroll of Eyes Volume 1, the Ascension Manual Volume 1, right? The Language of the Birds book. That book there, that's a $45 book, right? It says the Language of the Birds book. And the Dream Scroll, right? The Hustle's Manual, we'll tell you about that one. And then it's I got another one. Ascension Manual. Yeah, so it's 8 books total. Since you heard about the artificial babies beat making from 20. Yeah. They already did. They already doing that. See, they already doing that. They've been doing that since. Go look at a movie called The Island. Watch a movie called The Island. Yeah, so everybody ready to get out, man. We're trying to stay under that hour mark. And like I said, we might come back again tonight, but it's 4th of July, so we might be not come back tonight. So we might put out one of the master teachers tapes for tonight for you, so we can catch you up to speed. So we'll be back. Are you past 10% brain capacity? Are you studying and learning something new every day? Are you trying to make your kids smarter than you? Your kids got to be smarter than you. So because the kids, like the kids now, they should be learning 2 to 3 different languages. Most of all the kids, they should be studying 2 or 3 different languages. They should be reading already books and books that's college levels books. So all this stuff. So everybody good to get out, man. We're gonna see y'all later, bro. Like I said, if you don't want to get the books, if you just want to show us some love on a donation, we take $1, $5, $10, whatever you got. If you want to show your brother some real love, send them $100 and put them in the game. We out, man. Peace, love, harmony. Shalom Aleichem. Assalamu alaikum. Right? Hotel. Islam. Ashuk. Wadu.